Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel jam si Wave.
Yo, Abla, yo luta do dede. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Ano lay waxal?
Bësal mu fine.
What?
Bësal mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. Ak Wave. Bësal mu fine. Wave. Your money is yours.
Watching and listening to Coffee Time with Peter Gomez on West Coast Radio on Monday, the 7th of July, 2025. We've just been listening to a conversation there about digital detoxing. For the next hour or so, we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning with a former minister of digital economy, actually the first minister of digital economy in this country. I call him Alhaji Ousman Ba. Ousman, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Peter. Good to see you. It has been a while.
It has been indeed. Incidentally, it was on the 12th of July, 5 days from today, if you like, last year that he was relieved of his position as Minister of Digital Economy. So almost a year to the day. Good to have you in the studio. Are you still in the digital business?
I am still in the technology business, I would say.
Fantastic. And how has life been for you?
Thank you very much, Peter. Life has been great. To be honest with you, I have no complaint.
Long may it stay that way.
Yes.
Okay, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Why is this important to Gambians?
Peter, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to come and share with all Gambians about what is AI and machine learning and why it is important for us to start thinking about training AI in our institutions. And since I left the government, I've been very active, as I said, in the technology era. It is me. For me, it is more a passion than a career. So what has transpired globally, if you look at AI now, everywhere in the world, people are using AI, private sector, governments. It's helping us to shape the digital economy and the digital transformation globally. So for that reason, I and my team at IIHT decided, why not we explore the opportunity to bring AI to our institution and train people how to build algorithms and applications that can benefit our citizens from the healthcare sector, from agriculture, tourism, to name few. We work with the NACA accreditation agency and some of the Gambian university lecturer, and one of them, I think, is the head of IT, or School of Engineering, Dr. Bamfa Sise, excuse me. So they have looked at our curriculum and have did the assessment and has approved our program for AI, and that's why I'm here today, to talk about AI and why Gambians need to start learning these skills.
Yeah, let's start there. Why do we need to start learning these skills? And of course, I know you would, recommend IIH, as the place to learn. By the way, can you spell out the initials for us?
AI, artificial intelligence.
No, IIH.
IIT.
Yes.
It's the Indian Institute Hardware of Technology.
Okay, fantastic. So, let's talk about the importance of AI then.
AI today is driving every sector. Number one, if you look at what has been happening globally in AI, things that you could have taken you 20 hours to do, today you can use AI, it could take you less than 2 hours to do. And when it comes to healthcare, let me start with healthcare. A lot of things you have humans, you have machines, you have machine to machine, you have machine to humans. So today, for ultrasounds, we can use AI to help us to do ultrasounds. We can use AI to help us to predict pregnancy maturity.
Oh.
We can also use AI to help us prevent disease in terms of agriculture. When you look at some of the agriculture farming, for example, I will use Jali Package.
Jahali Pacha.
Jahali Package, yes. I think it's one of the biggest area we do rice farming in the Gambia. Today, think about if we could build an application, AI, that can help us predict the rainfall in that area, also help us predict the pesticide diseases on those crops, and also help us to mitigate some of the disease that can make those rices not to mature early, so forth. And in terms of AI, if you look at today, if you want to run a business, you can run a business from your home using AI. For example, you want to develop a business plan. For example, you can use AI, train AI.
I want to turn West Coast Radio into a television business.
And actually, before we leave today, Peter, I will show you something on AI. What can Peter do to, how to call it, to increase...
To scale up his business?
No, not only scale, but to increase his audience.
Ah.
And AI can tell you what you can do to get that done. But
I'm sure the competition is listening.
The competition is listening.
And watching.
But when it comes to the telecom, when it comes to any private sector, you can do your marketing, you can build your product from using AI. And these are algorithms that can really help shape your business, where you can save money, increase efficiency, and productivity as well. So today, if you call most of these call centers, whether it's US, Philippines, or any other country, most of the most of the voice that you talk to, these are all AI that guide you. Press this for this, press this for this. These are all AI tools.
Oh, wow.
So, and looking at Gambia, for the TVEC institution, I didn't see any TVEC institution from my knowledge or from my understanding that they are offering AI. So we thought, why not we be the first to jump in the pool to train AI? Because if you look at our also government, most of our ITC folks that graduate from IIHT, they are working for the government and also the private sector. And these young kids and working professionals need to enhance their skills in order to develop an application that can help us to transform this country. Without that, we will be behind. And it is time for you and I and everybody else to embrace this type of technology. It's not going anywhere.
Okay. Well, tell us about IIHT and, how someone can enroll in order to take advantage of, the AI and ML that you are about to roll out. We submitted a curriculum to NACA. The way the enrollment process is, you have to have at least minimum a high school diploma, at least, and you have to have a good grade in maths. High school certificate, just in case you
Yes.
start scaring people with diploma.
Yes,
high school certificate. Yes.
Yes, and also you have to have a credit in mathematics, because most of these languages require programming, and Python programming, for Python language, for example, and so forth. So having the mathematics and statistic background is very helpful.
Because with Python language, you deal with what? Figures?
No, you deal with programming language.
Yeah, is that not figures? Is that why you would need mathematics? If it's just reading?
Yeah, no, it requires a lot of algorithms. And to build algorithm, you have to understand mathematics in terms of, when you build an application or when you are building an application, these are data statistics and data analytics. So in order to really be good in data analytics, maths is a requirement. You must understand the maths algorithm. Okay. So these are very important. So with that, we were approved to roll this program out. Now it's a 6-month program. The enrollment, as I said, required a high school certificate with credit in mathematics, and also somebody with a bachelor's degree in computer science would be welcome to this program. It would be a good candidate for this program.
Okay, somebody with a computer science
background, or
technical qualification background, or whatever, would definitely be good at mathematics. Otherwise, they wouldn't. So, what makes this course different from others being offered elsewhere? Similar courses being offered elsewhere?
At IIHT, the way we designed this course, is it's in the industry demand. So, meaning that when you finish this program, you could able to do several things. You would able to build an application that can help citizens or that can help government agency. 1. 2, you can be a freelancer, be your own boss, and make a lot of money. Number 3, the private sector, especially for the telecom, would definitely need graduates from these programs to help them with their product development, with their marketing, you name it. So this is why this program is very important. And it also, without data, you cannot build AI algorithms. We need data. And these data are very important. Why am I saying this? Because as much as you want to build an AI or machine learning, you require to have the data that would help you. So that's why the digital infrastructure is very important in this country.
What's that? What's the state of the digital infrastructure?
The digital infrastructure is basically the oil, the brain.
Yeah, okay, I understand. But how developed is it, or how deficient is it?
I would say from the last time I was in government, before I left, we were definitely doing very well in terms of digital infrastructure, because we have laid out the foundation to what is required to build this digital infrastructure. Today, I don't know at what stage it is, but at the time I was there, we have laid out the foundation to gather what is necessary to give us that data we need to able to move on from the digital economy.
What did that involve? Can you remember?
The digital infrastructure, for example, the submarine cable.
Okay.
We need that.
Is that the ACE cable?
Yes. Okay. No, well, the ACE cable is already on.
Yes.
But we were looking for second submarine cable.
Okay.
So that's part of the digital digital skill, training our government agencies, staff, to understand how to use some of this technology is very important. We were actually doing very well on that area, to name few. So with the digital infrastructure, you look at access. Access is very important. So with access of data, you would able to do a lot with what we are talking about. So this is what I know about from the time I left. Yes.
Okay. Well, you are still in the industry. You should be able to feel, any new developments. Have you felt that? Having laid the framework for development of the infrastructure, that you're seeing improvements in access to the digital world internally?
To be honest with you, Peter, I have not.
Oh dear.
I have not been really involved in that sector since I left the government, but I've been focusing on the institution, how we can change our curriculum to meet the industry demand, how we can adjust what we are doing. So I've been more focused on the institution than what is happening in the side of the ministry side,
all right,
to be honest.
You speak about access. So how affordable are, IIHT courses, particularly this AI ML course that, you intend to plan, teaching very soon?
Before I answer that question, I would say when price become an only issue, when there's an absence of value. So what I meant by that, this course, this is the first time we are rolling it out. we have been looking at other institutions from Ghana, from other countries, what they've been charging, so we can benchmark from that. So this course is for Gambia, looking at Gambia standard, Gambia income scales. I believe that it is very important for us to make sure, however difficult this course is, and long and intensive, we want to make sure people can be excited to come and join the program, not thinking about fees. For the fee for this program, we have not finalized it, to be honest, but we will be doing it very soon, because the trainer of this program is coming from India. So based on what he would be required to charge us, will determine the fees for the program. And that has not been finalized yet. So why I said it's not finalized yet, I want to get the feel of how many people are interested in this program first, because you cannot bring somebody here first without having an idea, the feel, if people are interested in such program. So this is coming in September. From here to maybe by end of August, we would have a better idea. But we will finalize this very soon, and we will put it, all the contents of the program, we will post it on our website, and all the links, they can read everything about the program and what the outcome would be once you finish the program.
Well, cost is going to be very important in determining how many people, sign up, for this course. And also, it depends on, how you sell the course to them. You started out by telling us about the importance of AI. I mean, I would be interested in knowing how to increase viewership and listenership.
Yeah, that is very important. Today they have not seen the curriculum. So without them seeing the curriculum, what is the curriculum entails?
The lecturers, that is.
Yes. So once we post it on our website, most of these people who are interested would go and read, and they would able to also, once we finalize the fees, they would able to make a good sense. From what I read on the website, from what they are charging, I think it worth it, or it doesn't for me. I think this is the approach we want to take. The only reason why we could not finalize it, because we have not finalized with the trainer the cost yet. But as far as the approval of the contents of the curriculum is being certified by NACA with the collaboration of the Gambia University.
So generally speaking, I mean, you've surveyed, the fees of other institutions in the sub-region.
Yes.
On average, how much do they charge?
They charge about $800, between $800 to $1,000 for this program.
Okay.
Yes.
Under $70,000, let's say.
Yes.
Okay.
And we will definitely make sure that we will be less than what they are charging, because the income is different.
Yeah, and if people can't, get away from AI, I mean, I'm sure they'll be prepared to, find the money and register. And how long will the course last?
This program is 6 months.
Okay.
We apply for 2 programs, the advanced diploma, which is 9 months, and the 6 months. But for now, we've been approved for the 6 months.
Okay.
So once we train those first batch and it goes well, then possibly we will get approved for the 9-month program.
Okay, and who are you targeting? Fresh out of schoolers or people who are, working?
Great question. We are targeting people who finish high school and professionals that are working, even drop out if they have the technical aptitude, because there would be an entrance test to give this program a better badge. I mean, to able to do well, because we cannot just bring somebody just because they have the money to pay for this. They have to able to pass some of the entrance tests at IIT. We do this for most of our programs, our software development. Peter, I want to pause here for a minute and share with you. These are facts. IIHT, since we've been inception, 75% of our graduates secure employment within 90 days when they leave the school. These are facts. We have the data. And this is very encouraging. If you look at most of the private sector, especially some of the telecom, some of their technical IT team, most of it, they come from IIT. So which is, to me, I think that what really wakes me in the morning to make feel good to continue to do what I do and what I love every day, which is technology. I just thought I would share that to the Gambians who are listening. We are a small institution, but we don't compromise standards.
And how do you ensure that standards are not compromised?
You know, when you're hiring somebody, this is all start from the recruiting. So with being in the industry for 27 years, recruiting people from all kind of sector, from engineering, from marketing, product development, you name it. So most of the guideline we develop when you're recruiting, the interview question, from the critical thinking, from the technical aptitude, from the human side, the behavior, body language, all this tell us does this person fit with our culture. That is very important. First, you have to fit with the culture. When I say we don't compromise standard, is that when you worked at IIT, to the time you leave the institution, students are number one. I don't want to hear any complaint that is not resolved, number one. Curriculum, we have to make sure that these curriculums, we look at them and look at what other countries are doing. Are we doing the same thing or similar in terms of standard? This is why our programs are all certified by NACA. So we cannot compromise that. Then when it comes to teaching, when we started this institution, we had all Indians. There were only Indian teaching there for the first 2 years. Today, you walk to IIT, everybody is African.
Why is that important?
It's very important to me because you have to encourage our citizens and Africans in general that if they can do it there, why not us? So let them train our folks and let us encourage our citizens to take over. Because to be honest with you, I have nothing against foreigners. Even in the US, they import a lot of foreigners to come and teach in their institution. But it is more rewarding to see a Gambian or Nigerian or Ghanaian teaching at my institution because the culture is very important. They would understand the students' culture, the way they communicate with them, to understand how they can help them to master this program than somebody outside. Even the accent sometimes could be a challenge. So this was very important to us. So standard at IIT is from the recruiting, it starts. And we have what we call a performance evaluation. For your first 6 months, you will evaluate it. 1 year, you will get your evaluation. So this evaluation, you have to score at least 80%. If you're not, you will be put on a probation. 3 months, no compromise. Many people have came and left. They couldn't do it. So this is why the few that are there, they are doing what is required at the institution. So this is what I wanted to share.
I think I understand what you mean by, the accent and all of that, because I was taught at St. Augustine's by the Matthews couple. One taught physics, the other taught biology, and we had problems with their pronunciation. Mm-hmm. But it was, undisputed that they were, among the best, if not actually the best, in what they taught, physics and biology. It's good to have Africans, it's good to have Gambians, now dominating, the teaching section in IIHT, but hope that's not coming at the expense of quality, because Indians are renowned the world over for mathematics and, IT.
No, actually it's not, because all of these lecturers at IIT, they are all master's degree holders, except maybe one.
Well, it's not the qualification.
No, that's a must.
Yeah.
You cannot teach some of our programs without a master's degree in computer science. You cannot. And you have to have at least minimum 5 years experience in the field. So experience matters, Peter. So it is not because just the accents, number one. Number two is also expense. It's very expensive to bring this expert from overseas. You have to pay their housing, you have to pay their internet, you have to pay their transportation, you have to pay everything except feeding. So it's not cheap. So to cut costs also is important, but you have to have the right people for the right role. So no, we do not, that's not because of just the accent. It's just that it's good to encourage your own citizen to train these folks. It's very important to me. And it should be important to everybody because people need jobs. So if you can recruit here, people here that need the job, why would you go outside if they have the skills here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point. We are talking to Ousman Ba, former digital economy minister, back on Coffee Time this morning to talk about his information technology institution, the IIHT, and we are talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning. IIHT offering a unique course.
Axel jam si Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de de. Luta mënulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Xana lay waxal.
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Bisul mu fine? Wave. Your money is yours.
So, can people be working, even farming, while pursuing this course?
Yes, they can, because our programs, we are looking to at least have 2 batches minimum on this program, and each batch is around 20 students. Okay. Our classes, we have flexible hours. We have evening, which start 4 o'clock all the way to 7, and we have the morning that start 9 to 1. So this gives the flexibility for people to able to attend classes that are working in the professional field or in the farming, as you mentioned. But there was, Peter, there was something during this assessment we were doing. There was something we did on our research I want to share with Gambians. In terms of AI, I think it's very important. The flooding in this country during rainy season, which just started. Since 1948, the earliest recorded significant flood in this country. We look at 1988, 1999, 2002, 2010, 2020, subsequently years with notable flooding events. In July 30th, 31, 2022, most of the severe recent history with 276 millimeters of rainfall recorded over 2 days, resulting about 11 dead and displacing over 5,000 Gambians. This was just less than 4 years ago. So now think about it. If we can train a Gambian who can take this data and build an AI tool that can help our country to predict our rainfall and flooding areas, we can be prepared. And it would help the government too. So this is very, very important.
There's no doubt about that, yes.
So when we talk about AI, it's not just learning how to just do farming, healthcare, tourism, but there's other areas that are very relevant. Today, we have malaria. It's rainy season, the mosquitoes. Somebody can build an app that can tell us or help us, guide us with government intervention. What can we do to mitigate these mosquitoes? How can we help our people, especially in Banjul, you know? So these are very, very important. We need to start being part of what all these other African countries are doing. You look at Ghana, Kenya, Uganda. I have all of it here. And this document I'm sharing with you, we will post it on our website so people can see, because the sources are there. These are not just stories we are talking on radio. No, absolutely not. We did our homework before I came here. So we want people to see that this is why people should jump in and come and learn these programs. At least get familiar with what this AI and machine learning can do. You know, there are 4 types of machine learning. We have the semi-learning. We have the unsupervised, semi-supervised, and we have the reinforcement and the supervised.
Okay.
These are 4 types of different machine learning. Okay. So these are very important people to understand.
Explain each to us.
These the unsupervised is where a machine is doing its own thing without any supervision. Semi-supervised is with human and machine. Supervised is where the human is dictating the machine what to do. These are what the 4 different type of machine learning is.
Okay.
The unsupervised, the semi-supervised, the supervised, and
there's the 4th one, which I am waiting for.
Let me give
supervised, semi-supervised, unsupervised, and
no. You have the supervised, semi-supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement.
Reinforcement.
Okay. Yes.
So reinforcement is about what?
Is the reinforcement is how you can make what is out there already to be better. How you can reinforce it to be better. Okay. These are the things we are talking about when it comes to machine learning. So it's very important that today I don't see any institution jumping, and I encourage my other competitor to come on board and start looking into offering these programs. I really, really encourage them. And there are few that are out there teaching or doing IT programs. So let's work together and contribute to our society and build our country. We cannot leave everything to just government. We need to play a part as a private sector.
And if all these, TVET centers start, teaching AI and other forms of machine learning, and every year, like the university, you put out, hundreds of graduates in this domain, they can't all be employed. I mean, how will they fare in terms of employment?
Oh, no, Peter, that's not true. Today, if we were to have 150 graduates of AI, believe me, every private sector would need 1 or 2 of them.
Okay, because you're looking at it only short term, that is this year. But if every year you put out 150 2025, 150 2026, 150 2027, and I'm sure every year the numbers would go up and up and up.
When that is a very good question. Let me say this. When I was starting IIHT, on my speech that day, what I said to all Gambians is I want the Gambia to be the hub of IT recruitment, because we are the only English-speaking country in the sub-Sahara. So if we can have 5,000...
No, we are not the only English-speaking sub-Sahara. Ghana is just next door, Sierra Leone.
No. We have... Yes, we have. You have Senegal around us, Guinea, Bissau, Conakry. This is part of the sub-Sahara.
Well, you say we are surrounded by, non-speaking...
Anglophone.
Non-English-speaking countries.
Non-English-speaking countries. Okay. So I take that back, for non-English-speaking countries. So what I said that day these countries all speak French around us. So, and most IT language is in English.
Okay.
So let's use Gambia to be the hub for our recruiters, just like India today. And these 5,000, 2,000 you talk about every year, in a long time, they would be exported to go to these countries and help.
Rather than sending maids to Saudi Arabia, send IT experts to Saudi Arabia.
Well, I won't go there, but But these are the things for the long time we are looking at. Okay, number one. Number two, these graduates, they can also be a freelancer. You can sit here today and work for Amazon and being in the Gambia.
True.
And paid US dollars.
True.
Right? You can work for Google being here. Now people don't go to offices anymore, Peter. Hardly. Everybody's working remotely. So don't think about it as just these Gambians, when they graduate, they will sit here and be dormant. Absolutely not. If you go to LinkedIn today and you pull any application on LinkedIn that has to do with IT, Peter, I can guarantee you 85% you have to have AI experience. It's required. It's required. I was looking at it the other day. I was like, oh my goodness. Now you submit your resume online, nobody look at it. It's AI that...
Oh, really?
Yes, that tell the recruiter, this resume fit for what you are looking for. This one doesn't. So they only look at what the keywords that fit for what your requirements are. And it's all done by AI. So there's an application they call ATS. That's where they run all resumes. So, and they would pull the resume. The AI would pull the resume based on that. So AI, Peter, is something is not going anywhere. Okay, people have to embrace it and learn the good thing AI can do. And I encourage every Gambian to start today going out there and pull information about AI. What can we do to use AI to help our businesses? For me, I use AI. Most of the things I do now, to be honest with you, in terms of our institution, we use AI to help us.
Okay.
You know.
And the students who graduate or who will graduate, you haven't started rolling out the course yet, will they be able to start their businesses, and if yes, how?
Yes. If you can build a tool, AI tool, that can do what I just discussed with you about the floating, looking at the prediction of, maybe the Gambia government can even buy it from you.
Yes.
And utilize it.
Possibly.
So you could be a millionaire.
Yes.
That's why I say when people are looking for, going to look for money, when you build something people need, you will be rich. When you build something or create something people cannot live without, the money will come. So I always think about how can I create something that people, or build something that people cannot live without, or people can utilize. You look at WhatsApp today. Everybody use WhatsApp.
Well, I do.
Right? So people cannot live without WhatsApp now. You look at, Facebook. Everybody, when they wake up, they open their most of the people who use Facebook, they open their Facebook account, the first thing. So when first Facebook was created, they were not thinking about money. Right? But the same thing with all these other applications. YouTube, how it started. See, the same thing. Today, that person has sold that YouTube channel. He's a billionaire sitting somewhere enjoying himself. So it's not about just going to work for somebody 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. You have to use this. I will give you a good example, Peter. From our software development program, there was this, I attended when one of the batch was passing out. They were doing their final presentation. I happened to be there. And this guy, one of the students, I can't remember the name, built an application that the police department can use and capture all records of any record they want and put it there.
He built that
He
app.
built it in 9 months.
Did he offer it to the police?
I told him I was going to introduce him to CD Toure. You know, CD need to talk to him because, I mean, this guy, you can employ him, bring him in.
Don't worry, CD will contact you after this program.
I mean,
he's probably
I was
listening
shocked.
to you now.
From being an IT person or having an IT background, looking at that, I asked the lecturer, this guy learned this in 6 months? He said, in 9 months? He said, yes. And there are many more digital marketing. If you look at our digital marketing, who is teaching digital marketing and multimedia in our institute, he was a student. And now he worked for one of the telecoms. And he's teaching there, and he was a student. Think about it. I mean, these are things that really, Peter, make me feel good when I get up in the morning. And we need to do more of this because the deficiency of technology experience is a lot in this country. It's a lot.
I know you keep referring to AI and an app to help us, predict floods in flood-prone areas. When you spoke about 2022, the rainfall and the displacement of people, it was mainly in Banjul at Tobacco Road. Today they say, well, all that area, waterlogging is no more a problem like before. But I want you to come back to AI and agriculture because this is a country where we keep reminding one another that agriculture is the biggest area of activity for us. How could AI help Gambian agriculture?
Good question. You look at last year, perfect example. The rainy season went all the way to almost end of September. So what happened? Most of the crops in the rural area were not strong as previous years. When I say strong, meaning they call it in Wolof, what is it called? There's a word for it in Wolof. Gerte bi dafa living nakala tuda. Help me here, Peter. My Wolof is not.
I'm not a farmer.
The ñu ne ngooñ lañ am ren. Waaye amuñ gerte bi dafa oyof.
Okay.
Yes. So gerte bi dafa tuuti.
Okay.
Si biir. So why that happened? Because the rain went past when it used to stop.
It went past or it stopped before?
No. There was a gap, 21 days without rain. There was a gap.
Okay.
21 days, no rain. That affected the crops. Then when the rain came after that, then that what causes the crops to go as it was last year. So now, if we had an AI tool that can give us the prediction that there would be 21 days gap of rainfall, we could have done something.
So AI would have seen this, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, AI would have seen it. It could have predicted this.
Okay.
So, and then after that, how many more days of rain do we predict will happen after that 21 days of a lack of rain? 1. 2, disease of crops. AI can help us detect early disease, and we can get spray these crops to prevent them from dying or from not producing the right substance in terms of the crops they're supposed to grow. So this AI tool can help you do many of this. And also weather-wise, weather advisory. It can do market pricing, track market pricing. It can help us do disease detection.
Maybe the government wouldn't want market tracking because if they find out that they are offering 38,000 per metric ton, where you have a country that is offering maybe twice that amount, and AI says...
No, what happened? No, not in that context. What I'm talking about in the context, it provides tracking price.
Price tracking, yes.
Price tracking is to help farmers to understand all the regions. Each region, what is the pricing? Is all the same.
Okay.
When it's come to government. So if somebody is buying it privately, they would also able to know. AI should able to tell them there's this area and somebody is selling or buying this at this price. So it's absolutely a sensitization. It's very important.
Okay.
But most importantly is the detection of disease, crop disease. And you can also sit here, program your phone from your farm to water your farm while you are sitting here in your office. So think about that. And I think if I'm not, don't hold me on this. There's somebody who is experiencing this in the Gambia as we speak, where you can do all this, program it on your phone, and you press the button of the app, and it will water your plants for you. So this is very important. In the healthcare, the same thing. In tourism, today, I know I didn't talk much about tourism, but I want to mention tourism a little bit. most of the tourists that are coming in this country, do we know where do they go when they come? Where do they explore?
You mean places they visit in the Gambia?
Yeah. Do we know? Do we know what are the things they like when they like to see, they like to eat when they come to the Gambia? What are these things? Where do they go? What do they like to eat? What do they like to buy? What are the things they buy when they come here now? So this, if you could have a tool, an AI tool that can help you track this, you can now probably build a market in Burfoot. You can say most of these tourists that are coming in the Tanje area, we can create a market in Burfoot where they can come and buy all these things they need to buy. So these are all things that AI tool can help us do. But also there's one important thing we didn't discuss about AI, which is AI is doing a lot of good things. But there's also other things AI do.
I was going to ask what
that is not.
It's not just the upside,
Exactly.
the upside. What about the downside of
About
AI?
the downside. And I want to see that a little bit with everybody. That when it comes to AI, I'll give an example. In Dubai 2023, there was an AI video that came out, said the mayor of Dubai has bought the city of Dubai. I mean, it went viral. And before it was debunked, over millions of people seen this video, but it was false. It was not true. Now, during the election in the US, you've seen there were a lot of videos going, Biden talking some stuff that this is definitely not Biden's voice. So how can we protect ourselves from this misinformation and misleading? It's very important there are some tools there you can do fact checks. And when you get email on your emails, videos, whether it's videos or content, where it's coming from, it's very important you type that URL. If there's a URL underneath, go to your browser, type it, and look at the logo. Does it match with the logo? There's other tools you can use to see if this email is
authentic or not.
But also, your privacy on your phone, your privacy settings is very important to know how to set your privacy so that not everybody can scam or send you scam emails or other videos that are not real.
I need that knowledge.
Okay, so it's very important.
I need that knowledge.
We can help you when it comes to iPhone. Yes. When it comes to Android, I'm not an expert on Android, but
you're just marketing there for iPhones there. And just finally, because I would also want to bring up a few questions that have come through for you from the audience. You talk about tools to be used to do this, to do that. What tools will you be teaching when eventually you roll out this new course?
All the tools we are teaching will be posted on our website, which is the curriculum. Okay. It's right here. It will be posted on our website.
So people really have to go to the website.
Yes, because if we want to go through it, we'll miss other stuff that I want to discuss. Well, so definitely it will be there.
We have 10 minutes. Yeah. Let me because you want to know that people are listening, and the best way to know is when they ask you questions. Then you know they are there. Good morning, Uncle Peter. Kindly ask Ousman if they offer any courses for commercial students, such as in accounting areas like QuickBooks. No, you don't.
No, okay. We are a pure technical program, technical institution. We offer only technical technical courses. So that QuickBook, we don't offer that program. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hello, Uncle Peter. Kindly ask the gentleman where is their institution located and what are the entry requirements? Where are you located?
We are located on 55 Kairaba Avenue, almost close to opposite the American Embassy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Entry requirements?
Entry requirement, high school certificate and a credit in mathematics, and also people with bachelor's degree in computer science are welcome. But the minimum requirement is a high school certificate with
Mr.
mathematics credit.
Mr. Krubali from Bakau. Good morning, Peter and guest. I heard Mr. Bass saying that since he left government, he had no contacts with them. I think he should, for the simple fact that he started the ministry and started a program there. He should work in tandem with the ministry to see the progression of what he started. That makes sense, doesn't it?
That makes a lot of sense, Peter. But I want to be very conscious and be a little bit pragmatic about what I'm about to say. When you work for a government, you leave government. It is only, in my opinion, appropriate for you to step back and let the person who take over continue. If, and only if, they welcome you, they invite you, ask you questions, your help, your support, you should do it. But unless you are not asked, I don't think you should put your nose in there. This is my opinion. Okay. And this is exactly what I did. If the government, any government agent today call me for help or opinion, I would be more than willing to assist, 150%, because I am a citizen of this country. And this country is for everybody. But unless and until that happens, I cannot put my nose in there. And I will not do that, Peter.
Good morning. With the nationalistic concept, why is the proposed AI program Key Trainer coming from India? You are happy to announce that today, whereas before all the lecturers were of Indian origin, today you have nearly all, African only lecturers. But for this AI program, you're looking to recruit somebody from India. So this text is saying, with this nationalistic concept that you seem to have, why is the proposed AI program Key Trainer coming from India?
Good question. The reason why he's coming from India, this is somebody I have known for more than 4 years. We've been interacting online. He has been to many African countries and taught similar programs. 1. 2, I don't see any Gambian that, I'm not saying there isn't one, but I don't see any Gambian with this curriculum we are going to post online that can teach this. If they are in this country, please, I welcome them to apply or to come meet with me, and I will interview them. And if they qualify to do this, 150%, I will give them the opportunity.
Fantastic. I have seen our Senegalese neighbors teach advanced maths in Wolof. Is it possible to teach coding in local languages? For example, an app that teaches the population about healthy nutrition.
Very good question. Actually, we want to teach AI program. This is why I invited all the other institutions who are into the ITC training to start looking into bringing AI into their schools, because we want to train Wolof and Mandinka in AI. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of the Gambia University, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that, there were programs there where they are offering similar thing. I might be wrong, but I think they were looking into it during my time in the ministry. We were looking into rolling out or working with them to roll out AI in Wolof and Mandinka. Because if you look at today AI, there are more than 150 languages in AI. It's not only English. No, absolutely not. You can train AI to do local languages. This is why we are bringing it to IIT. Somebody now can come up and say, you know what? We want to now take the Wolof and the Mandinka to start training it.
Fantastic. Can AI training not be done online? Why not invest in digital infrastructure? I know a lot of computer scientists in India doing jobs in the UK, USA, and other places. This person is suggesting that rather than recruit this Indian fellow and bring them over to the Gambia, and you're worried about their housing and their this and that, why can't they just remain in India and teach the course online?
That's another great question. We have tried this in the past. The biggest challenge, Peter, is connectivity. The internet bandwidth is not strong, where you can have 3 hours of lecture online. And during the COVID era, we have done this, but it was very challenging, very, very challenging as far as the connectivity. So this is why, number one. Number two, for a new program like this, it's important to bring somebody face to face. Because those students who are going to finish this program, they would be the one to sell this program to the others. Yeah, they would be our testimony. So I cannot compromise that to do this online and have connectivity challenges and it fail. I'm not saying that failure is not imminent, but for us, failure is not an option.
Not an option.
Absolutely.
All right. Somebody is helping with this farmer who remotely, waters his garden for you. Malang Sambo of Fandema or Mbolo Association in his garden in Tujereng has smart watering, which he programmed on his phone. It's a kind of irrigation mechanism with small pipes laid on the ground. At specific times, the system starts watering for a specific time period and stops spontaneously. That's fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I just didn't know the name, but I know there was somebody doing it.
Is that AI controlled?
Yes.
All right. Listen, you have what? Just 3 minutes to sum up the conversation, or maybe say something you haven't covered in the last hour or so.
So thank you very much, Peter. This has been a great morning. Let me first thank the people who helped started IIHT. I can never forget them to the day I go to my grave. It's always good to be appreciative, no matter how small it is. I believe this. Halifa Sallah, Honorable Halifa Sallah, was the one who gave me this option to start this institution. He met me in 2015 in the US. I told him I want to invest in the Gambia, but I want to do it in technology. But I don't know anybody there that I can trust to do this. And he worked with me and connect me with a gentleman that I want to also appreciate and thank him a lot, which is Ibu Job. Ibu Job was the one who helped me put all this building, everything, the foundation, everything together while I was in the US. He helped me do all of this. So if he's listening, or anybody listening that knows him, tell him Ousman say he appreciates you, he can never pay you. And this is one thing I wanted to say on this radio today. Secondly, Peter, I will continue to contribute to this country. Whether I'm here or outside, I will continue to do my best, because we are all Gambians and we need to work together at our capacity and do what is needful to help our people to grow. When Gambia is recognized globally, we all feel good, not only you or myself. So IIHT is just a small institution in this country, but the vision is bigger. And hopefully one day we will get a land in this country to build a bigger place than what we have. And I want to thank everybody that is listening.
Thank you very much for coming. Former Minister of Digital Economy, I call him Alhaji Ousman Ba, some still call him Honorable Ba. So there you go, invitation to go and register with IIHT Institute. Next interview is on the economy. Stay with us. It's coffee time with Peter Gomez.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.